crowd on hand here at Welsh Ryan Arena is one of those setters, the senior from Maryville, Tennessee, Nicklin Hames, to serve first, and it rolls right over the tape. What a start for Nebraska out of the chute here for Hames so far this year. The second team All-American back in 2020. Nordomir near pin and right on the block, Allie Batenhorst. And this team, this defense for Nebraska, as that serve sails out for a service error, the 8th of the year for Nicklin Hames. Serving for the Wildcats is Megan Miller, the former Nebraska Cornhusker for a couple of years. In the middle, that was tapped over by Caitlin Horde, the former Penn State Nittany Lion. Off the top of the block and over. In the middle, and there is Caitlin Horde, her first kill of the match.
So huge in transition.
Nebraska Twitter this week posted the fastest things in the world. Caitlin Horde up the middle was #1. And an early 3-point advantage for the Huskers here on the road. I feel like when you're playing Nebraska, you can't let things get out of hand early. You got to slow things down and not let them have a big punch, big blow here early. But it's been going their way until this big swing and kill from Catherine Randorn. 8 blocks per set for this Nebraska defense. Hames out to the far pin. Kept alive by Hames this time and rolled over. And Dotson's hit is out wide. But Northwestern, remember they had a big upset at home over Purdue just a week and 2 days ago. Near pin, Kubik goes up. And she tallies her first kill. Quality hitters on this side as the serve comes over from Whitney Lockstein. Thomasai Laura right through the middle. Found some open court near the back line. Northwestern within 1. Quick start for the Buckeyes, but Northwestern has settled down and into this contest as the overpass is slammed right down by Desiree Becker.
In the center of the net.
Becker hitting .341 this year. That's 7th in the Big Ten. Evans has checked it. She was the one setting there for Nebraska. And TTA right off the top of the block, and Northwestern has their first lead.
That was an
TTA in early 4 kills. Nobody else in the match has more than 1. Back set here that's tapped over. That was our first look at Alec. We mentioned in the open. Here she is again, right into the block of Becker. Becker who leads the team. She's got 94 blocks now on the season. Another overpass and another kill for Thomas Ilaro.
This is really uncharacteristic for Nebraska in serve-receive. We are seeing some early struggles.
Ilaro, who only needed 2 kills today to pass Liz Douglas. She's now 8th all-time in kills in program history. And right out of the timeout from John Cook, another point for the Wildcats. 6. Not what you expected here in the early going. Hernandez continuing to serve. As Evans right over the middle sets it to Lindsey Krause, who gets her first kill. Transfer from Penn State, who was a 3-time All-American, to Caitlin Horde. Nordomir far pin for TTA, who goes the other way, and that's paint right on the line. Sienna Nordomir, freshman, with 23 assists, and she gets a service ace. Nordomir and Hernandez making it quite tough, but almost right on cue, the reverse jinx.
Yeah, that was on me. I'm going to take the full credit for that one and the blame, of course, Max.
That's only the 11th serving error for Nordomir so far this year. First serving error for Northwestern. Nebraska has 1. As Becca Alec to serve. In the middle, tapped over by Becker, kept alive by Alec. Good dig there from Lesiak. Thomasai Laura inside the block, and TTA is red hot right now. A serve specialist is Charlotte Chronister to serve for the first time. Right in the middle, tapped over by Horde. Megan Miller across, right to the freshman at Catherine Randorf.
I don't even know what to say.
And Chronister could not dig that out. The kill for Krause, her second. Nebraska team that comes in hitting .251. That's right in the middle of the pack. They're 6th in the Big Ten. Right ahead of them is Northwestern hitting .252. They're 5th.
Ball came off the pin there.
Nebraska needed a bit of a spurt of their own. They've won the last 2 points to get this within 4. And now they have the senior setter back and serving. Change up. Received by Becker. Lesiak, it's dug out by Rodriguez. And right over for the kill, Allie Batenhorst. Big Red trailing by 3 here early on. Randorf dug out by Hames. And a big swing there from Allie Batenhorst, who's starting to get going. She's got the last couple of kills. Oh, there's a sea of red here at Welsh Ryan Arena this afternoon. Randorf, or Hanna-Lisiak, rather, that gets the kill. That's her first. Lisiak hit .391 a couple of matches ago, but then had 3 kills and 6 errors against Ohio State on Friday. Kept alive by a second for Miller, but ultimately it goes down for the kill for Whitney Lockstein. There's Kenzie Knuckles, the senior from Yorktown, Indiana. And her serve is deep and out. They've had the lead for easily the majority of this opening set. It's the second service error for the Huskers. Northwestern has 1. Remember, they had 5 in that opening set. Lost to Ohio State. And a big swing there from Maddie Kubik. And late on the rotation now, it's the former National Freshman of the Year from last year serving, and Lexi Rodriguez. Kept alive beautifully. But ultimately a double hit, and Northwestern right back to a 3-point advantage. You really got to mix it up against the blocks of Nebraska. They're just so lethal. In the middle, and that is sent out wide by Becca Alec. A hitting error. Northwestern leads by 4.
An unforced error from somebody we just haven't seen it from over the past couple weeks. She's been automatic up the middle, and there just mishit this ball. Didn't have much of a block to contend with.
And service error kept from Hanna-Lisiak as we go back and forth here. And that is out for a service error. That's back-to-back service errors for Nebraska, and Whitney Lockstein, who had 2 great service aces out to zone 5 last time out.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And certainly Nordomir played a major factor. And Thomas Ilara, the senior from Glenwood, Illinois, was magnificent. 11 kills, just 1 error in that opening set. Chronister sends it over to start set 2. And that was rolled over beautifully by Batenhorst. Kenzie Knuckles for Nebraska. In the middle, tapped over by Becker. She also had a great first set. And that is out, a hitting error from Whitney Lockstein. Right in the middle, but that's sent out as well. This time it's Caitlin Horde with the hitting error.
It's just usually much cleaner than it's been today.
Right over the tape, a favorable roll for the Wildcats. That was kept alive tremendously. That was an effort by Kubik over there.
Oh, my goodness.
Bodies crashing into each other. And a line shot right into the corner. A great kill for the Huskers. Got to make sure everybody's okay, though. He's been dealing with a bit of a back injury, the senior from Maryville, Tennessee, but it's going to take a lot more than that to get her out of this match, especially with her side trailing. Service error, lead right back to the Wildcats. There is Hames, who stayed in the match. A couple of diving bodies there from Northwestern to keep it alive. What a swing, but what a dig by Thomas Ilara. Lisiak taps it over. And right into the net by Maddie Kubik. A pretty good feed to Hanna-Lisiak to have a chance.
Yeah.
Lockstein slams it in. Great back set there by Nicklin Haynes with the assist. Nordomir, there's a back set of her own. Diving effort there by Hames. Through the middle, TTA, a dive from Knuckles. And the 2-0 kill for Nebraska. What a rally that was. Seemed like Thomas Ilara picked out a spot in the middle of the court that was pretty open, but Knuckles closed in a hurry. Thomas Ilara through the middle again with the swing of the kill. And Lisiak. It's system and a big kill for Becca Alec. For Alec, that's just her first kill of the day. Northwestern sets it for Thomas Laura. And right back to her, but it's into the net.
She had 3 swings on that point, but still.
Now she's hitting .588. And another chance here. Rolls it over. Evans sets it. And Alec puts it away. Second set for Nebraska. How does Northwestern respond right now? Stinson sent it right to the middle. They jousted. And the hustle, but can't get to it. Ellie Stinson, Nebraska down with their biggest advantage here.
How will the Wildcats hit back coming out of the break?
Good time out there for head coach Shane Davis. What can they do in response? Up for Dotson. Now it's Thomas Ilara off the top of the block, and that's exactly what you want after the break. Thomas Ilara had 13 kills last match. She's got 13 already. Big block there by Northwestern. But it looked like Becca Alec got the final touch there.
Like you said, a position she's unfamiliar with.
And a great serve. She's been serving terrific this afternoon. And she's feeling a ton of confidence right now. But there's the announcer, Jake's on cue.
Well, maybe she should have been feeling a little bit less confidence, Max.
Freshman from Los Angeles in her 8th match of her collegiate career. Overpass goes over. Northwestern in the middle for Becker. Back set across, and the kill for Batenhorst. Ames back in, sets it up. And the point as that block goes out for Nebraska.
Looked like it from there, but that's not the cleanest point, of course.
And here is that defense on the block for Nebraska that's been so highly touted all year and for many years.
Yeah, and it's exactly like I said, right? I mean, this Nebraska front line within this 6-2 formation, there's never a weak point across that block.
Absolutely, completely agree. Northwestern had the deficit down to 10-7. 3-0 run here for the roadside before Nicklin Hayes sends it over and long.
And that's what Nicklin Hayes so excels at. Her float serve is one of the best in the game, but she can power that towards the back line as well. It keeps teams off balance.
And Hayes is 10th all-time in program history with 122 aces entering this afternoon's affair. Here is Hayes. Out wide. And what a swing. Whitney Lockstein's really supplanting herself at set 2. We've seen a Nebraska collision. That's rolled over just over the tape. What a hit from Maddie Kubik. A fortuitous bounce over the net.
Yeah.
The back bump. I mean, that almost hit the scoreboard.
Here's what I will say. After this point, I'll say it at least.
Overpass right over. Kept alive by Chronister. A double hit and a point for Nebraska. If it goes 5 sets, Northwestern's also undefeated in 5-set affairs. They're 3-0. Lisiak slammed it. And she gets the kill.
And sure enough, I mean, for the match, those 3 combined with 18 kills and just 2 attack errors.
Northwestern, it's got to come now for Northwestern. Nebraska, well, they really just haven't had to play much from behind in many matches whatsoever. Hames kept alive. She bumps it across the way, but it's just out a little bit long. The hitting error from Maddie Kubik. Northwestern from the back, it's Thomas Ilara. Maddie Kubik, what a dig from TTA. Lisiak now over the top of the tape, and a point for the Wildcats. As we saw at Ryan Field when Northwestern was taking on Ohio State.
Yeah, you watch that, you're excited. The volleyball is an indoor sport.
In the middle, that got a touch on the way through, a kill for Becca Alec.
Yeah, but couldn't quite get out of the way.
Just a bit indecisive as there's a service error.
As well, these defensive specialists for the Wildcats getting the job done.
That's floated over by Lisiak. And the overpass is put away by Lindsey Krause. A deep team and roster for the Cornhuskers.
Oh, man.
And that's another service error. That is now their 9th in the match all told. That's 3 times the amount for Northwestern. Back line.
Yeah.
And that's got to keep Northwestern in this second set.
Oh, boy.
Chaotic play there.
More collisions.
Not the best of communication. That's tapped over by Becker.
Yeah, the net violation I thought came initially. Yeah, it was a late call, but there was an initial, which for a player of her caliber and her veteran status, you would expect her to do if she really disagreed.
5th-year player, 3-time All-American. She's been around the block.
Right. That's a player that the referees respect. Which,
boy, circle that match in your calendar before the season ends, as Nebraska will host Wisconsin here in November. Becker through the middle. Perfect. Chronister to serve. And that's an inopportune moment for a service error.
Yeah.
It's also the first time in a couple of weeks we're seeing Aubriana Cannon, number 2 for Northwestern, as she has rotated in. That's just pushed over by Chronister. Sets up Nebraska and Lockstein. Battling the injury bug with Cannon, with Gerbach, and obviously especially with Alexa Rousseau.
a touch was called on this near side.
That took the refs a few seconds there before it was called a tip on the way through.
He had to decide whether he actually thought it was a touch. Yeah, I'm not so sure myself.
Trailing by 5 as the 5th-year senior Megan Miller serves. That's just rolled over. Sets up Nordemir and Hannah Lesiak. Lesiak a second try, and she gets the kill.
Same tool strategy. It's working much better today.
Yeah, she had 10-plus kills in 7 of her last 10, but she only had 3 last time out. Miller with the bump set right back for Hannah Lesiak, and it's into the block of Lott, Steen, and Horde. As they get a set point here, it's set 2. Remember, they had 2 set point opportunities in that opening set. But another service error. That's double digits. They have 10. Nebraska faithful still on their feet. Set point number 2. And Lott, Steen dug out by Stinson. Back bump across to Lesiak. Here's Rodriguez. Up for Lotstein. Stinson again. Lesiak taps it over. That was kept alive by Hames. Both teams just fighting hard as Dotson goes up.
Came off the pin.
And it came off the pin. Lexi Rodriguez giving up the body. We've seen that a whole lot so far today. Through the middle, and Horde gets the kill.
At a Big Ten level, digging at a Big Ten level is so much different than digging at even an elite high school level, and couldn't quite get the job done there.
Over the top of the tape, a service ace for Kenzie Knuckles. That's her 15th on the year.
It goes such a long way.
And there is a service there. That's the 3rd. Yeah, there have been a few, as you described, non-competitive ones.
Right.
Set quite deep. Stinson serves it over. Hames in the middle, and Horde hits it wide.
And you know, there's a lot of value in serving the way Ellie Stinson serves.
Well, you're not going to get many service aces against Nebraska. They only give up 1.22%. That's 2nd in the Big Ten, and an early run here for Northwestern. Mid-system. Nordemir from the back. Thomas Laura. That's her 15th kill. Middle here today. 5-2 advantage. Stinson still serving for Northwestern. And that is off the top of the net and out during this 5-0 run now for Northwestern. That was a low ferb serve from her. Lockstein right inside the line. You're perfect in that far corner.
Couldn't run out there and put it down any better. It's a net violation on Nebraska, I believe. Oh, wow. They got Nordemir. I thought Nebraska was going to be called for that one.
That was close. It looked like it really could have gone either way.
And that's, like I said, just a symptom of not having much experience with that kind of shot.
But another service error. That's back-to-back now for Nebraska. This one coming from Lexi Rodriguez.
As a player who's serving on every single rotation, it just can't happen.
Hames back, sets it, tapped over. And what a kill from Whitney Lockstein, this time going with the changeup.
Yeah, feed Lonstein if I'm the Huskers.
And now she's the one serving as well. The set for Thomas Laura. And you said it in set one, whenever the Wildcats need a point, you got to feed TTA. She's got twice as many kills as anybody else in the match. Anna Lesiak has 8.
So does Lonstein.
Whitney Watstein also has 8. She leads the way for the Cornhuskers. Of a very balanced attack here this afternoon. And that was sent right back. Laura and Desiree Becker. And a chance and a kill for Lindsay Krause.
I think Lindsay Krause heard me talking about when Ani Evans was in the match, because that was something.
Be the high in hand right now. She's hitting it well. It's certainly Whitney Lonstein is hitting it tremendously.
And with Lonstein out, you got to think it's going to be Krause.
Tommy Laura. And she's going to get the kill as that's sent into the crowd off of Lexi Rodriguez. Laptop and hit it clean off the table. Still wish we had a good replay of that one. Batenhorst with the big swing there, kept alive. Tommy Laura gets another kill. That's 18.
No block in the world stops that shot.
And here is Nordamir now serving. Evans sets it up. Miller's got to back bump it over to Tommy Laura. Gave her a nice chance. Off the top of the block, kept alive by Evans. Long rally. Randorf off the top of the block. Now Evans and feeds Becca Alec through the middle. Northwestern looked all out of sorts throughout that very long rally, kept it going, but another service error. That is 13. Service errors for Nebraska, 4. Make it 5 for Northwestern.
The hitting has been very good for Nebraska, not quite as good as for Northwestern, but still.
Nicklin Hames to serve. 5th among all active players in assists. Nordamir in the middle for Becker. Not a great set that time. And Lonstein gets another kill. She's nearing double figures. She's got 9. But just like set 1, Northwestern has really led most of the way here in set 3. Randorf, hustle here for Kubik to keep it alive. And it's sent over by Rodriguez on the free ball. Nordamir sets up Randorf. And now Lesiak. From the back, that's Maddie Kubik. Roll shot and a nice one from Lesiak. One of the better rallies we've seen this afternoon. Oh, kept alive again somehow. Lesiak, and it's into the net.
Couple of the digs of the match right there, Max. I mean, Lesiak, Miller, everybody was on point. But again, Nebraska a bit inevitable, and you can see Northwestern starting to tire out on these long, long points.
Northwestern right now hitting .256. This normally stout and just stifling, suffocating Nebraska defense. Well, Northwestern's had some success, and success again. Another kill for Desiree Becker. She's got 5.
Just stared her in the face.
Good serve there into the corner from Miller. And there is your 3-time All-American Caitlin Horde. To serve now, Kenzie Knuckles. She's had some great ones already today. She's got an ace. And a kill for Hannah Lesiak. She's nearing double figures. She's now got 9. 18 kills aren't out on the floor, and they are back on there now. A lot of pressure on Lesiak right now. Hames into the middle, and Horde again. Back and forth we go as Lexi Rodriguez sends it over. Nordamir, far pit for Lesiak. Terrific dig by Knuckles. Through the middle again, TTA. That was set skyward towards the roof. Off the top of the scoreboard again. And they're going to say it hit the scoreboard on the Nebraska side. So
I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I think they got that call wrong. The ball spin never changed. I'm surprised he stopped the point to make that call. Because
it was awfully close live. Thomas Ilar from the back again. Bump set. And tapped over by Maddie Kubik. Through the middle, Thomas Ilara. We've had some great rallies here in this third set. Lisiak right into the block of Alec and Lottstein. Lottstein got her right palm to that. 14-all. Diving effort there. Nordemir, Thomas Ilara. Nordemir to Lisiak. Kept alive. The set from Rodriguez out to Lottstein. And Nebraska has a lead here at set 3. That's a 4-0 scoring run. Nebraska with the first lead they've had in a long time here is very early on at set 3 as Rodriguez sends it over. Almost a miscommunication there. Lisiak with the swing and ties things right back up. And crashed into each other. And that is deep, a hitting error for Maddie Kubik.
It is so.
Maddie Kubik hits it about as hard as anybody.
No doubt.
Hames right back to Kubik. And this time she puts it away. She leads the team with those 293 assists so far here this campaign. All tied at 16. Thomas Ilara rolls it over. If you're going to hit it with that slow of a pace, there's a tiny window to find the hardwood there, and she did. Hit back over by Alec. Joust, and it's set over towards the corner by Becker. Tremendous effort by the Huskers, but the point goes to Northwestern on the double hit.
Oh, wow.
Incredible job by Nebraska rather, just to keep that point going. And another incredible dig by Rodriguez. Through the middle, and that's set wide by Lindsey Krause.
Here's her fellow first year.
Another freshman in Avery Hernandez from Bloomington, Illinois. 3-0 run after we were tied at 16. Kept alive by TTA. And a free ball over. In the middle. And now out wide and put away by Lindsey Krause. Leading by 2. Thomas Ilara. Free ball back over. This time she gets the kill.
And she's running to her teammates to celebrate now.
Thomas Ilara's now got 20 kills. This time she gets a dig, but it's going to be a point for Northwestern as Krause involved again. The freshman from Nebraska. Huge spot here as well. And a quality serve. Nordemir sets for Thomas Ilara, and that is sent out wide.
Surprised there that Northwestern didn't go right after the newly entered Boziger. Instead, they go cross-court against Evans, and Thomas Ilara just overcooked it.
Boziger to serve again. Nebraska within a point. In the middle, Becker with the kill. Charlotte Chronister. Whole lot of dip to that serve. Off the top of the block from Batenhorst. Back bump. Right back to Lisiak again, and this time she gets the 2 kill. She's got 11 kills. That's the second most on Northwestern, but it's the second most in the match. And a service error for Chronister.
Welcome faces.
She's had the hot hand all afternoon long. She's hitting .391 to lead the Huskers. Trying to claw their way back. Right back. And getting the kill, it's Hannah Lisiak. Again, she's got 12. 20, the pressure firmly being applied to the Huskers right now. There is Lottstein. They go to the hot hand, and she gets the kill.
Oh, here's Nebraska's problem, right, Max? I mean, Whitney Lottstein looks undiggable, unblockable right now.
And they have those 13 service errors as well, do Nebraska. Trailing by 2. Sent over well by Knuckles. Lisiak gets the kill. Northwestern within a point of taking set 3.
3 in a row.
Trying to take the set. Ellie Stinson. What a great serve. The free ball is hit down into the net from Lisiak, though. A big hitting error.
And if she finally makes a mistake, and it's a big one on set point. Knuckles could have let that ball go. She didn't want to risk it.
Everybody on their feet here at Welsh Ryan Arena. Set point number 2 for the Wildcats. Lexi Rodriguez to serve. Stinson diving. Lisiak taps it over. Upset from Rodriguez. Lonstein gets another kill, and Nebraska's within 1. You got to just keep feeding the sophomore from Waverly, Nebraska.
If you're Northwestern, one chance to close this set out remaining.
24-23. In system, they go to TTA from the back, and it's in. She gets the kill. Northwestern leads 2-1. Well, they're going to need to go 5 sets if they're going to come away with a victory here today. Northwestern trying to pull off an incredible upset, but a tool kill out of the gate here at set 4 from none other than Whitney Lotstein. She's got 13. Nebraska hitting 306. Northwestern hitting 262. Great serve towards the corner. Randorf. Bump set, it's right back to Lotstein off the top of the block, and she gets another kill. And she's got a plethora of hits to go to. Right over the net. What a serve from Knuckles.
I was just mentioning how Nordemir hadn't been called for a double hit today, and there it is, although that was a really tough set to try to make.
Yeah. Well, we might be only a couple of points away from maybe Northwestern taking a very early timeout. Right over the net again, dug out by Miller. Nordemir to Lisiak. And a big swing gets Northwestern on the board.
On serve receive, Megan Miller has been phenomenal all match long.
Now Megan Miller will serve. Right over the top of the tape. Habe sets in the middle. Big swing from Horde. Kept alive, Lisiak rolls it over the top. Lonstein with the roll shot. And it is out wide.
And that's going to go as another kill for Lonstein. That's already with 15 now.
Her last match out, that midweek game Wednesday against Indiana. She's got 3 kills already of the 4 in this 4th set. They are feeding the hot hand. But this time, it's Maddie Kubik.
Even after the slow start to set 4.
Chronister made the decision to keep that alive. And a tool kill for Hannah Lisiak out of the timeout. And she assist from Leilani Dotson. Nebraska needs a win this afternoon just to keep alive and get back to a tie atop the top of the Big Ten to keep pace with Ohio State and Wisconsin. Joust in the middle, and it's won by Maddie Kubik. If we do go to a decisive 5th set, we mentioned it earlier, Northwestern is undefeated in 5-setters this year. They're 3-0. Thomas Ilara from the back rolls it over. Hames back set for Lotstein, and it's just out. Off the top of the tape to Evans. Krause with a big swing. Nordemir for Thomas Ilara. Bump set. I went to Kubik. Nordemir up for Thomas Ilara again. Stinson, another chance for TTA off the top of the block. And she gets the kill. That's 22. She is 452 today. In the middle, and that is sent out, a hitting error for Becca Alec. A nice little 3-0 run after Shane Davis's timeout. And a service ace, and we're all square. Northwestern does have 6 service errors, but Nebraska still with that. 13 service error, and another service ace. It's back-to-back for Hannah Lisiak. Already has a career high with service aces. At Tariq today, she had 22 after she picked up 1 last match. She's got 2 here in just the last matter of minutes. Another quality serve there. Krause off the top of the block. Nordemir back sets it for Dotson.
I mean, Dotson's only swung 6 times.
Back out to Krause, and this time she puts it away. That puts a halt to a 6-0 Northwestern run.
But that,
how massive was that early timeout call by Shane Davis here at set 4?
Really turned the momentum.
Maddie Kubik was the server. Thomas Ilara, that was a big swing. And unable to get there to keep it alive is Allie Batenhorst.
Efficient today.
Yeah, it felt like they were maybe putting too much pressure and relying too much on her in that loss on Friday. Has not been the case, but she's been incredible today. Nice diving dig there from Stinson. TTA. Nordemeyer got there in front of Lisiak. That's sent over towards the corner, but out. Dart out of the chute here this set for Nebraska. What a response as there's a service error from Avery Hernandez. Alex got 4 kills. She had 6 kills her last match. Had some massive serves so far today. Thomas Ilara right into the block. Nebraska starting to come back. She was including against her former team at Penn State earlier this year. 3rd in the conference at 1.63 blocks per set. Overpass and a kill, and we're all tied. Becker finds the hardwood for her 7th kill.
Desiree Becker.
Good court space. What a touch that was from Desiree Becker. The freshman to serve it over. Near pin for the kill from Lindsay Krause. Giving it 120% today against the Cornhuskers. Nordemeyer. That was an awkward set between Raddorf and Becker. And a tip on the way through. Out of the timeout from Northwestern's head coach Shane Davis. His Wildcats trailing the Cornhuskers 13-11. Nebraska has won 13 of their last 14 matches. Remember, they've won 100 matches in a row against unranked teams. Becker off the top of the block. Right into the block. That's just the 2nd, or rather 3rd attacking error for Lock State. She's been near perfect today. In the middle, and they find Caitlin Horde here at set 4.
Just that presence in the middle of the floor.
5th-year senior, the transfer, a 3-time All-American. Big swing from Becker. Back and forth we go.
Right.
Megan Miller to serve. Northwestern trying to tie it up, but instead a service error.
It's not quite that extreme, obviously, but.
Yeah, Nebraska had some early aces that rolled off the top of the tape. That was very, very early, right after we started. Chronister, now Miller. Bump set for Lisiak. Far pin for Maddie Kubik. Nordemeyer to Lisiak, who rolls it over. From the back, Knuckles. That's her first kill, and what a time to get it. 16-13, Nebraska leads.
The depth of her own shot, beautiful kill.
The senior really threw the hands up in the air in celebration, but there's a kill in response.
Right.
Stinson with the serve. Lisiak keeps it alive, right back to her. And she misses the line. Nebraska back up by 3.
He's barely.
And Nebraska fans, you can hear them urging this squad to just put them away here in set 4. Northwestern keeping it close, though. From the back again was Knuckles. Nordemeyer, what an effort. Same with Miller. Alec right into the block on the slide. What a point for Northwestern to win when they were on their back heels.
Yeah.
And Lisiak, who had 2 aces the last time we saw her serving. Big swing there from Krause. TTA with the joust. Back bump to Krause. Nordemeyer, Thomas Ilara. Touched on the way through. Northwestern within a point.
Absolutely. I don't know.
Remember, that first challenge was either Northwestern wins the set in set 1 or we're tied at 24, and it went the way of Nebraska. We kept playing. There's a big kill for Maddie Kubik. Maddie Kubik, after getting the kill, the senior from West Des Moines, Iowa, now to serve. A great serve, diving effort from Stinson. Back bump all the way across to Thomas Ilara, and she gets the kill. Make it 25. She's now got 400 kills. Gonna have to try to block TTA. What a serve and an ace to tie things up at 18. Oh, what a moment for Avery Hernandez.
2 aces now in this set have been huge for Northwestern. Been so huge coming into the back line. I should learn to just stop talking.
Every time we talk about a service ace, we get a service error today. Here in set 4. Remember, Northwestern leads 2-1, and they let that serve go long.
Laser-eyed on these serves.
The freshman Nordemir. In the middle, Evans. And that is set 1.
That's what decides so many matches, so many seasons even.
On a system here is Nebraska. All out of sorts. Northwestern with a 2-point edge. They're looking for their 4th win against a ranked opponent this year. Great serve from Nordemir. Nebraska needs a point here, and they get it.
Why she hasn't been used more. 13 kills, but only 28 attacks.
This is the person you want serving right now if you're head coach John Cook. Nickel and Hames. Nordemir in the middle for Becker. Couldn't quite put it away, though. Free ball over for the Wildcats. Nordemir, Becker in the middle again. And she's just spit so good in the middle for the Wildcats. Big spot here for Charlotte Chronister, the senior from here in Chicago. Right into the block. Kept alive by Horde, set over by Rodriguez. Nordemir, Becker in the middle again. But it looked like a double hit. That's the call. Nebraska back within 1. Didn't get called for a double touch until this set was clean through the first 3. Chronister the free ball, and a free ball right back over. Nordemir to Lisiak. Tapped over for the kill from Becker. She's got double figures with 10. 2 points away from a stunner. And Miller, the 5th-year senior, the former Husker. What a match, what a set. Nebraska trying to tie things back up. Great serve from Rodriguez. Back up from Nordemir to Lisiak into the block. And we're all tied at 23. Of course we are. Northwestern leads by a set. Chronister the dig. Nordemir the back set. And that is sent out by the freshman Randorf. Nebraska faithful back on their feet. Knuckles bops it, and Nebraska takes set 4. What an incredible match we've had so far. Hannah Lisiak to serve. Strap yourselves in. It's a race to 15. Nordemir bumps it over to TTA. Here's Rodriguez. The back bump to Lodstein. The overpass. Now Hames right back to Lodstein, and it's deep. Northwestern strikes first. Another good serve from Lisiak. In the middle, they teed up Horde.
Stinson came flying through into the net. She was trying she was the only one who had a chance to get that ball over.
Kenzie Knuckles, who had a nice run serving in set 4. Right over the tape. Nordemir tried to joust it over, but for the second time, she loses the joust to Maddie Kubik. She was there, her body squared, and blocked it right back. Nebraska, their first lead here of this final set. Thomasai Laura into the block. Launstein and Horde combined. 3-0 run for the Huskers. Northwestern needs a stop right now. Big swing from TTA, kept alive by the Huskers. Free ball goes over. Nordemir, back sets for Dodson. Now Miller for Thomas Ilara, and another block. It's Launstein and Horde, and it's deja vu. The number 4 team in the land, Nebraska, who's only lost twice all year. Both losses to top 10 opponents. A fortuitous bounce again for the Huskers before TTA swings. And this time, the block party for the Wildcats. It can't be lost there. Kenzie Knuckles almost had the service ace. Tremendous job just to keep it alive, but that's the second service error after that first set was 29-27. The sophomore Rodriguez to serve. Miller Bumps it high for Thomas Ilara, who sends it right into the net. She did not have many errors at all here through the first 3 sets, but they're starting to pile up a bit. That's now 7.
And even set 3 and set 4.
Lexi Rodriguez. Not a great first pass. And Thomas Ilara, that was all the way to the back line. That might have been going out, but Knuckles kept it alive with the dig. Miller off the bottom of the scoreboard. It went over, but it hit the big board, and it's a point for Nebraska. That's 3-0 scoring run, and it's 7 of the last 8 points here in set 5 that have gone to the Huskers. Nordemir sets it for TTA, a much-needed kill. She's also got a season high now, 26. On the hands of Nordemir, the freshman serving. And Kubik powers it right through the block.
How about Nicklin Hames? 30 assists, 19 digs for the 5th-year senior.
And maybe the player of the day so far for Nebraska, Whitney Lonstein, to serve it over. 5-point advantage. Randolph went for the wide shot there. Right back to Maddie Kubik, who puts it away.
That's the shot that has missed the line too often today for Maddie Kubik.
It's set 5. Another great serve from Lonstein. Miller up for TTA. Kept alive by Knuckles. Almost got that in the chest. Maddie Kubik. Kept alive. Nordemir just crashed into the crowd. The free ball went over, and the trainer's going to need to come out. This place is in a stunned silence. That was an incredible effort from Sienna Nordemir, but that was really scary. Right into the front row. That was right into the steps to our left.
Sienna there, something you really hate to see, and so tough to get back to volleyball after that.
So Grace Reininga is going to be thrown in to this center role, and there she is. And while she gets an assist right out of the gate, I mean, it's a really tough situation. It's nice to see this building give a standing ovation to Nordemir. There's a whole lot of tears on both sides, and then a service ace for Chronister.
There's Reininga again. This is really remarkable.
Another good serve for Chronister. Set by Evans. And tapped over for the kill by Krause. Went with a finesse shot. Worked beautifully.
It's just so tough.
Alexa Russo dealing with that injury. Not sure her timeline back. Chronister the dig. Here is Reininga. And Nebraska could start to sense it.
He hasn't played. How can you be?
You don't expect to come in. You don't expect to come in as a setter, let alone
not your natural position.
In the 5th set against one of the best teams in the nation for quite some time. A much-needed swing and kill from Catherine Randorf.
Randorf again. It's unbelievable.
They actually did go into the tunnel to try to regroup. Megan Miller with the serve. And finding the corner right inside the line is Allie Batenhorst.
Playing the game of her life right now.
Yeah, what is maybe one of the best matches we've seen here at Welsh Ryan Arena against one of the best teams in the country. And there she is with the back bump. Nebraska 3 points away.
Northwestern trying to battle through. It's down to their last couple points.
Tough that such an incredible atmosphere at match. Took such a somber twist right nearing its conclusion. That's sent into the net by Lisiak, and it's match point.
Yeah, it's just they're doing their best. But, yeah, Nebraska looking to close it out.
Nebraska has won 100 straight matches against unranked opponents. They've been pushed to a 5th set for the first time since the national championship last year by these pesky Wildcats. But Nebraska gets the victory in 5 sets. They move to 21-2.